Well, I want to try to focus us again on this question of the relationship between morality and religion, because I think, as I said before, I really think this is the keystone myth in our society that keeps religion in such good standing among otherwise rational people. And so I really think this is the place where science should apply pressure, even more so than on questions of evolution and other obvious points of conflict. And this is, it seems to me quite simple. I mean, this is not, the argument here is not complex. This is not rocket science. But paradoxically, it's both easier than rocket science and harder. It's easier because there's nothing complicated, really, that needs to be understood to run the argument that we don't get our morality out of religion. But it is harder than rocket science, apparently, because you can rather often find rocket scientists who don't see that we don't get our morality out of religion. So it's a problem of discourse. I think it's a problem that certain ideas remain in good standing and remain immune to criticism. Now, previously I spoke about the problems that beset any claim that any religious doctrine is true. These being that if religion really were a genuine branch of intellectual inquiry, it would function by the same rules. We would have people's certainties about their religious doctrines scaling with the evidence and the arguments that could be marshaled in support of those ideas. And we fundamentally find that that's not what's going on in religion. So briefly, my argument on that subject is that where we have reasons for what we believe, we have no need of faith. And where we don't have reasons, or we have bad ones, we have really lost our connection to the world and to one another. And here I'm not talking about faith in the sense that Paul Davies was talking about, the faith that the sun is going to rise tomorrow, or the faith that the laws of nature are in some sense rationally apprehendable. I mean, I'm talking about faith in the faith which allows people to accept gratuitous and very specific claims about the way the world is. The universe is 6,000 years old, a book is the perfect word of the creator of the universe, etc. But there's another way that religious people rise to the defense of God that has nothing to do with claiming that their religious doctrines are true. The claim, rather, is that the religious doctrines are useful. And the way they're imagined to be most useful is in providing a foundation for morality. The claim really is that religion makes people moral. And the fear on the part of millions of religious people in this country, not just people like Ted Haggard, but far more moderate people, is that without faith, we will lose something essential to us in the moral sphere. We will lose any purchase upon durable reasons to treat one another well, to find meaning in our lives, and we'll just plunge into some kind of state of nature where selfishness and the purest creaturely antagonisms will be the norm. There's a political version of this morality claim, which is that our society has been founded on Judeo-Christian principles, and the implication being that without these principles there'd be no way to write just laws. So this is ubiquitous, as you all know. The first thing to point out is that it should be rather obvious to everyone that we can find reasons to treat other human beings well, to help them in times of suffering, that don't require that we believe anything preposterous about the nature of the universe. We don't have to believe that Jesus was born of a virgin to help people.